Today I am going to tell you the story about my holy grail, my Hope Diamond. If I am Captain Ahab, this Pokemon is my Moby Dick. I should preface this by saying that my favorite Pokemon is Spinda.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
fucking disgusting. You'll jump him down like a big fucking baboon and oh, it's good.
As for the rarest Spinda to ever exist, it is a shiny Spinda that knows the move Sing, a move that is honestly not that good. You see, Spinda can't learn the move Sing normally. The only way you could get a Spinda that knows this move is to get the egg from an event distribution at the ill-fated Pokepark in Japan in 2005. Between March 12th and May 8th. So, maybe a little behind on that one. I was like 9 when this event happened, and I didn't even know what Pokemon was at the time, much less that I would become a Spindaholic as an adult who would spend way too much money buying old game systems to fulfill my dreams and passions. The secondary market for these kinds of Gen 3 Pokemon is basically non-existent, as far as I've been able to find at least. If you find one of these eggs today, it's most likely a one-of-a-kind. So, no Sing Spinda, no challenge, no Moby Dick, no Holy Grail. That's where the Spinda Preservation Society comes in. You see, in November of 2022, I started the Spinda Fan Club Discord, and we soon added onto it the r/Spinda subreddit. This helped build a community around Spinda, and the 2 rarest forms of Spinda were at the top of our agenda for preservation. You see, the Sing Spinda was exclusive to these 2005 events and mystery gifts. The other unique Spinda is only unique because it's a Spinda that knows Superpower in Generation 5, from the Dreamworld browser app that no longer functions. We eventually founded the Spinda Preservation Society, whose sole purpose is to use the same methods and algorithms Game Freak used at these events and limited time applications to bring them back to life. And so we did, opening the Spinda Hatchery in the Discord in March of 2023, something I personally spearheaded alongside Alpha Anon on the Discord. Without his expertise, I would never have gotten as far as I did. I was the student, and he was the master. Eventually, we figured out the Dreamworld Spinda, and, a bit later, the Sing Spinda. Okay, cool beans, we have an egg. Thanks to the Spinda Preservation Society I helped start. The trick is getting it shiny. As of the writing of this video, there are no shiny Sing Spinda on YouTube or anywhere as far as I can find, though I only looked in English and Japanese communities, so let me know if I was not, in fact, the first. But I am going to say with relative certainty that I am the first to hunt this Pokemon. The reason this Spinda has not been hunted as shiny before, other than Spinda being really obscure in general, is the Manaphy problem. Eggs are set, and when you hatch them, they appear the same way every single time. What you can do differently to make an egg Pokemon shiny is to have a different trainer hatch it, as a Pokemon's shininess is derived by comparing data from the Pokemon's ID, the trainer's ID, and the trainer's secret ID. All 3 distinct numbers that together form the 1 in 8,192 chance of a Pokemon being shiny. In the Generation 3 games, that is. So, what you do is simple. You get a copy of Pokemon Box, trade the egg from there to a new save of Generation 3, see if it's shiny, and if it's not, reload your Gen 3 save to before you hatched it, send it back to Box, rinse and repeat ad nauseum. But there's a problem. You can't trade eggs until you meet a certain requirement in Gen 3 games, such as getting 100 Pokemon owned, beating the Pokemon League, or doing the Sevi Islands post-game quest. So you have 2 solutions. 1. Play through the Gen 3 game of your choice until you beat the game on every reset to see if the Spinda is shiny, or just use Absolblog's Pokemon's fixed Pokemon Box. His video is linked in the description. Absol's patch makes it suddenly possible to use the trade and check method to proceed. Personally, I don't see this as illegitimate, as all I'm doing is skipping playing the entirety of a Gen 3 game every time I want to reset for the shiny. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on using a patched version of Pokemon Box. So we have the goal in sight. Shiny hunt a Sing Spinda using the Generation 4 Ranger Manaphy hunting method. Roll the footage.
Greetings. Today I'm going to be hunting the rarest shiny Spinda in the world. The 2005 Pokepark exclusive Sing Spinda, which you can get from an egg from an event in Japan. This Spinda has never been shiny hunted before, and I will be the first. I'm going to be using a Game Boy Advance SP and a legitimate copy of Pokemon Ruby. Here's the back so you can verify its authenticity. The Pokemon Ruby in question has a dead battery, but that's not because I'm RNG manipulating, it's because I can't be asked to fix it. I don't have a soldering iron around here. Without further ado, let's catch the rarest Spinda in the entire world.
At 20 resets in is when I started to think about a potential problem with something I said earlier.
The Pokemon Ruby in question has a dead battery.
I took the initiative on this one, and even though Alpha said that it was probably fine, I went ahead and looked at the shiny frames anyway to see if the egg I was hatching could actually be shiny. And it turns out it couldn't have been. I could have spent months looking for a shiny I would have never gotten. Because with a dead battery, the RNG seed is static, meaning that this particular shiny would take 6 minutes from the title screen to get. You never take 6 minutes on the title screen, you barely take 2. Due to how fast I blitzed through the character creation in Pokemon Ruby, I would have never caught this shiny. And it's a 1/60th of a second, 6 minutes into the run. And once you hit A at the end of Professor Birch's speech, that's it. So I would have never caught it if I did not look into the shiny frames. Thank you to both Alpha Right Anon and Lincoln-LM, who has a GitHub by the way, for helping me on learning how to look at shiny seeds and learn how to RNG manipulate. And RNG manipulate I did. Once I found out that there would be no possible way on my copy of Ruby without replacing the battery that I would get this shiny, I just RNG manipulated for it. RNG manipulation is where you take a counter and you count the frames individually until you have the right frame to get the shiny you want, either by generating a TID and SID that matches with the Pokemon you have, or on the other hand, generating the Pokemon shiny, and it worked.
Babe, I got it. I got it.
Hell yeah, baby. Yeah.
Here, check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's big. Like, that is the rarest Spinda that anyone has ever owned. Unless there's one at like a competition or something, but like, aside from that. There she is. Named her Billie Jean.
After 12 attempts, I got the first ever Shiny Sing Spinda. Legendary. A fun fact is, 11 resets in, I got bored and it was like 4 in the morning, so I went to Denny's. I had myself some, like, apple pie and ice cream and some nachos, and I came back just feeling refreshed and ready to go again. Denny's was the real MVP here because as soon as I got home from Denny's, I said, alright, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna do one more reset and then I'm going to bed. And I got it on that one last reset before going to bed. So yeah, I am the proud owner of the rarest Spinda in the world. Now that we've got the rarest Spinda, let's make it rarer. You see, Spinda can't learn the move Sing normally. The only way you could get a Spinda that knows this